Hi, friends. I just wrapped a badass training in my private Facebook group, the Entrepreneurs. It's actually a public group. I don't know why I said private, because you have to knock on the door to get in. But Entrepreneurs Who Overdeliver. And I just went through all 10 of the truths that the coaching industry will not share with you. So if you want the full training to fast forward, it is in there. It was an hour long, and I hammered through the 10 tips, and everyone stayed on from the beginning to the end, except for a few kind of tech hiccups. But yeah, it was pretty badass. So from now till Christmas Eve, I am going to be going through one a day to break down what these top 10 truths are that the coaching industry will not tell you. And they are all going to be scheduled. This is the later one because I just did that. They'll all be around 2 o'clock Eastern from now until Christmas Eve, with a few exceptions because of other scheduled things. But the reason I'm doing this, and I'm putting so much expanded effort and time into getting this message out there. Like, obviously I have a Facebook group and I give a lot of training content in there. Not enough people know about the group. So just totally straightforward. I'm a businesswoman. I got to have people. And I want more people to know what I'm all about, what I teach, and how I can help you. So that's that. And with that, I am on a bandwagon mission, crusade, I use that word lightly, just a hella gangsta path about how to help more people be in business for themselves. Service-based entrepreneurs, coaches, web designers. You're going to hate me for what I'm about to say, but I can help you be in business, and I can help you have better clients too. Accountants, bookkeepers, health coaches, life coaches, relationship coaches, in the financial space, everyone who falls under the service-based business bucket. I want to help you be in business longer, better, profitably, etc. Everything that I do is with the aim to get you to and sustaining and surpassing what I call the entrepreneurial minimum wage of $120,000 annually. $10,000 a month is what your business should be bringing in to pay you a healthy living wage, and to pay for your business expenses, which over the next 10 days, I'm going to break down for you how to cut the cost on like a lot of things. Quick backstory on me, for those of you who don't know me. Hi, I'm Liz Dederer. Thanks for coming to the show. My company is Selling with Service. I run the Sales School for Entrepreneurs, where I reach the entrepreneurial minimum wage easily. So what I want to share today is, and before that, the business that got me out of corporate almost 10 years ago was a web design and marketing agency. That was about 10 years ago when we were in the world of web design, where at that time, in order to have a website for a small business, you had to pay a web designer a lot of money, almost like a mortgage a month, to build and maintain your website, because they were kind of comparing it to internet real estate. So those were the fees that they were charging, and almost rightfully so. I mean, it was expensive, but it was almost rightfully so because the technology was at a point where it was very time and labor intensive to build a website, right? We were using platforms like Drupal and Joomla and things that sound like diseases, and they were very, very labor intensive. The Wix, the Weebly's, the DIYs were not available yet. I had a proprietary platform that allowed the business owner the ability to be able to create and maintain their own, I created it, but to maintain their own website. And I think at the time it was like $50 a month for maintenance and technical support. I shifted my business about 5 years ago or so because technology was changing. I was not the best solution anymore. So from an integrity perspective, it didn't feel right for me to sell that. And also because of what I'm going to share with you today. I say number one because it's at the top of the list. I do believe this is like a big thing. One of the reasons I shifted my business from web design and marketing into what I do today, now running the sales school for entrepreneurs, is because I saw too many small business owners, especially solopreneurs in the service-based solopreneurs in the coaching lane, etc., totally putting the cart before the horse when it comes to websites. And this is why I say the one truth, the number one truth out of the 10 that I'm going to share over the next 10 days that the coaching industry will not tell you is that you do not need to have a website out of the gate. You do not need to have a website to have a business, an internet business, a virtual business. You do not need to have a website. Blowing your mind with that one, I'm sure. Let me break it down for you. The website is a marketing tool. It's an amplifier. The website is there. When you build it prematurely, you're creating an online brochure. You don't know enough about your business yet to know what the hell to put on there. Here's where I know I'm 100% right about this. When I work with clients and they're spending all this time on their website and then they come to me because they need to get more sales, etc., one of the first things I have them do, and this is inside the Facebook group, Entrepreneurs Who Overdeliver. Yes, exactly. Thank you. 100% waste because you don't know what you're putting on there. One of the first things I have people do, and that's why it's in the free training group, Entrepreneurs Who Overdeliver, is update their LinkedIn profile. Usually it's dusty at best, right? And sometimes it's kind of non-existent. I have them update their LinkedIn profile. And it is such a challenge because they don't know what to put on their LinkedIn profile. Sweetheart, with love. Oh, with love. If you don't know what to put on your LinkedIn profile, you damn sure don't know what to put on a website. Why are you paying someone else to amplify something that you don't know yet? You haven't worked with enough clients yet to know the language that they use around the problem that you actually are solving for them. Like, it's just way too premature. And I'm going to give you some other evidence why you don't need a website. People were doing business way before the internet was even a thing. How? How did they get people before the internet, right? Preaching it, 100%. How did they get people before the internet? Well, they did outreach and shit, right? And I know it's not sexy, but like it worked. And it still works. That's why I teach the Conversation Creation Challenge inside the Facebook group, Entrepreneurs Who Overdeliver. I teach you how to do outreach in a totally non-salesy, non-cold calling way. I don't do any of that. That's gross and garbage. I don't believe in that. I believe in using the tools in front of us to bring people in to have human, authentic, genuine networking conversations, and then to have the tools and the skill set to navigate conversations so that you're bringing them forward. But you don't need a website to do that. If you are building a website prematurely, what you are doing is you are putting a brochure together online. And you say, yeah, but people need to find me online. They're not going to find you online. You haven't worked the inside of the website. The only way people are going to find you online is when you've worked the inside of the website. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should not have a website. SEO, keywords, peppering your business with all of that stuff. That's where you are going to get the most action and traction from a website. And that's when you're at a point in your business that you have the data to be able to put into that. The website is not the business. You are the business. One of the main reasons why people get a website prematurely is because, and it's not wrong, I'm just going to say it, it's because they need to prove that they have a business. Who are you proving that to? Yourself or somebody else? Because you know how you prove you have a business? You set up the business, right? You get a client. You don't have a business until you have a client. And you don't need the website to get the client. You need to talk to somebody to get a client. You need to have a conversation to get a client, period. Building a website prematurely is to squash somebody's voice that's rolling around in your head that says you can't be in business. Having a photo shoot out the gate before you have a client is to validate that you are somebody in business, and you just don't need to do that. I'm not saying don't ever do that. Web designers, photo people, branding experts, blah, blah, blah. We're friends. We're friends on this. I'm trying to help you because I hear it from all of you, and I was in your lane and space that when somebody comes to you prematurely, you don't have the creative insight and direction to be able to guide them forward in a meaningful, helpful way. You don't want to just take people's money. You want to help them get results. When people get results, they refer to you. It's less marketing that they have to do on the back end if you're a badass getting results out there with the marketing that they created, etc. Nobody wants to build you a website just to take your money and run. And if they do, they'll be out of business soon enough, right? Because that's not an integrity. The people that actually want to help you, they need information from you that too early in your business you just don't have and you can't provide yet because you haven't worked with enough clients yet. So that's why I say number 1 out of the 10 things that I'm going to share with you over the next 10 days is that you do not need to have a website to get clients. If you want to skip ahead to the full training, come into Entrepreneurs Who Overdeliver. I just recorded the full 10. You can fast forward through it to get the full training. Otherwise, come back every day around 2 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to be talking through the rest of the things that the coaching industry is not sharing with you. Really cost savings, time savings, frustration savings, tips that I have learned from the past decade being in the internet marketing space as a former web designer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I just want to help you. So that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for staying and playing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow talking about tip number 2, which if this one blew your mind, tomorrow is going to fucking knock your socks off. All right. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.